Hello everyone, this is Mohammed from Python Ninja YouTube channel, and today we will learn how can we unpack arguments from collection to functions in Python. So in principle we can design a function with a corresponding parameters, and when we recall or invoke this function we pass the same number of parameters in a form of arguments. Okay, these arguments could be positional or keywords, or it could be also default arguments when we design at the function design time. However, in some situation, we could have a container. This container can be a list, can be dictionary, or can be tuple, and we want to pass all of the items of this collection to that function, okay, as arguments, okay. Accordingly, we use unpacking option, okay, that is provided by function to pass this container as it to be considered as arguments, okay. And we have to remember that the same number of arguments when we design the function must be passed in the collection. So the collection should contain the similar number or the same number, not more than or lower than the number of arguments that is provided by the function. And to perform unpacking of the collection items inside a function, we use either asterisk for list or tuple, or we can use double asterisk for a dictionary. Let us like introduce an example. For example, if I want to define a function for biography, for example, and inside this function I want to add name, I want to add age, I want to add also job, okay. And this function will does nothing but it will print to me, okay. For example, the name is, and we will place the name in this placeholder. Then I will say the age is, I will open the placeholder and I will pass the age here, and lastly we will add the job. The job is, I will open a placeholder and I will place the job. Okay, so this is a simple function with three parameters, and when we recall this function we will insert three positional arguments inside this function, okay. However, I don't need to insert the argument like this, okay. For example, name, okay, and for example the age, let's consider this integer, and the job will be, for example, developer. Okay, when we run the function, all of these positional argument will be printed inside this print line, okay. So unpacking arguments, meaning that I can, okay, contain all of these arguments, for example, in a collection, we call it data, okay, as a variable, and I want to add inside the function all of these items, okay. So I have a collection. Suppose in a situation your code will produce a list, and this list will be passed as it to a function. However, we have to remember that the same number of arguments must be in the collection as the same number of items. So the number of items of this collection should be the same to the number of function parameters. What I can do here, I can use asterisk and I can pass this collection or the list. So I can run the same result and I have the same result, for example, when I pass each of these items separately without considering the unpacking. Okay, so we use one star or one asterisk so to pass the argument or to unpack the argument inside the function. Okay, this is for a list, and in the same time, if I will have a tuple, what I can do, I just switch these brackets into this around the brackets, and I can run the same result, and I can use the same asterisk to represent the unpacking of these arguments. However, if I have a dictionary, the syntax will be changed. Here I will have, for example, dictionary, and in this dictionary I want to place, for example, name, the same. Okay, and this will be the value of the name. Then I want to place age as a key here, and the value for that key is 35. I want to place, for example, job. Okay, and I want to place also here developer as a value. Okay, remember we should have the same number of items, okay, to be unpacked inside the function. So I have three keys and there are three corresponding values. However, for the dictionary, we use double asterisk, okay, to unpack the collection, which is the dictionary here, or a dictionary collection, into the function. So when I use double asterisk here, I run the program here, and I will find that the value has been passed inside the function. Okay, so for unpacking arguments, we can design our own function with a limited number or with any number of parameters. Okay, however, we can pass the collection, which can be list, could be a table, could be a dictionary. We can pass them inside the function when we revoke or recall this function. And in this case we use asterisk, okay, or one asterisk for the table or list, and we use double asterisk like this for a dictionary. Also remember that for the table and the list, the same number of items in the list should be inserted as a parameters inside the function. And for the dictionary, that similar number of key value pairs. Okay, so we have the three key value pairs here are matched to the number of function parameters. That's for today's tutorial. Thank you, and see you next tutorial where we will introduce the local and global variables and functions.